Sorry about that. Welcome to another live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I see we got a few people in the building. We'll wait here in a second to really get started, but I do have my one of the correspondents or contributors to the channel, LJ Dr. Little John, is in the building with us tonight to give away this first Oculus hard wallet. I got one here. I haven't even cracked the seal on. I actually won't because I'm going to be giving this one away too. If you guys missed it, DR did a very good review tutorial on the whole unboxing of this Arculus wallet. LJ, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's happening, man? What's up to everybody?
Yeah, so if you guys missed that, I'm gonna drop the link to that video in the chat room right now. Just got to go back and find it. But what's been going on with you, man? How you been doing out there on the West Coast?
Oh man, I've just been chilling, man. I'm really trying to like refocus, or just step the focus up a level, a month.
Yeah, LJ's been putting out content on the channel for the last, what you want to say, like about a month and a half consistently. So I appreciate his efforts and his content. He calls it from a G's perspective. Now, are you starting your own channel as well? I think you are, correct?
Yeah, I'm maybe within the week upload some stuff.
I just dropped the link to LJ's tutorial or crypto guide on how to set up that hard wallet if you guys are interested. So tonight, basically what's going on, JoJo Wave, tonight we are basically going to be selecting from the list of paid members for this first giveaway. Now I have one I'm giving away. LJ, you've got how many to give away? 4. So he's got 4. Our man Trek with 2Ks, I think, has 2 or 3. So altogether about 8 of them that we'll be giving out. Again, tonight we're gonna do this every weekend. They're saying your audio is a little muffled. I did notice that too, LJ. I don't know.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah. Thanks for that, JoJo.
How does that sound?
I think it's still a little muffled. Shout out to E-Ren. What up? And so tonight we'll give the first one away to all my subscribers, supporters that went above and beyond, just not sub to my channel. They're actually giving that hard-earned money to CBTV every month, so I appreciate it. And what I'm trying to do here is just build the team and put out more content every week. We're going to be ramping up on more content in the next coming months. So just look out, man. We're really going to start giving you guys a lot of great content from different views, different opinions. It's good to get a variety of opinions from, your sources, right? You shouldn't just listen to one person. You shouldn't just listen to one channel. You should bring it all together and come up with your own conclusion, especially in this crypto world. It's so easy for people to just run with their emotions, right? So without going too deep into that, I do want to just show you guys I have the list of all my paid members on the screen. So I'm just gonna do a roll call to all of these guys. A lot of these people, man, you see that red holla by their avatar, those are long term. I mean, look at it, 28 months, 25 months. Big Curious Mom, James Hansen, 25 months, been in it with me on the paid side. A long-time supporter, the Tech Geek, 25 months. BitSource AML, my man out of Ohio, shout out to him. Chavis Thomas, he's actually my cousin out of I think he's still in Ohio. Amanda Glover, 21 months. We got R Chrome, 24 months. LMC, he's been in it for 19 months. 24 months, my man. NFT Daily Short Clips. Big O, that's my guy. He's been in it for 14 months, but total time as a member is 26 months. So I should be reading that column there on the right. Casey has been in for 11 months. We got Cody Jacoby, 25 months. Paul for 4 months. Shout out to Paul. Mark, he's been here for 27 months. I mean, long-term members here. Voice Crypto. Shout out to Voice Crypto, 14 months in the game. Anthony Franklin, 5 months. Thanks for the support. Christian McNair, 17 months. The Hip Hop Gems, 24 months. Shout out to all of you guys. And what I'm going to be doing tonight is just grabbing each of these names and dropping them in this window right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we're going to drop you guys in there and just do a random pick from the members and get you guys that first Arculus wallet. Again, I did drop the video that LJ did. So you guys actually, let me see if I can pin that. I got to go back over to this other window to do that if I still have that open. I don't know if I do. 1 second, guys. Let me see here. I think I can pin this to the top for us so you guys can check that out. I'll pin it right now. So I have the video. If you guys need some help or just want to know how to set this up, check out that video that LJ did on the Arculus setup. So without further ado, I'm gonna start populating this list. LJ, did you want to comment on tonight? So I do want to just bring up some things that we are going to talk about, and I guess you can start, giving your opinion about it, LJ. What Coinbase has had to reveal. They said they blame the SEC for this, man. Which is interesting. They blame the SEC on them having to disclose this information that essentially, if these dudes go bankrupt, it's a done data for your coins, ladies and gentlemen. Should it be a surprise?
Hey, this is how I look at it, is most of us that gotten into the space, at some point in time, maybe we used Coinbase because it was the most easiest, most familiar. But we used it, and then we learned soon thereafter that you get your coins up off of there, and then later on you find other avenues or other ways to get your coins from, and you don't use Coinbase anymore. So it's an on ramp, but I mean, like I said, once again, I'm big on the education and big on at least informing new people about the space and about the hiccups and the stumbles and the traps that we've gone through, or the doors, and that's one of them, and so it's not a place, it's not a resting place, and if you have other means, Cash App, other means to get your Bitcoin then or your cryptos, then do so, but if you do, then you move it,
Yeah. I mean, it was just a little interesting though, bro, because the thing that caught me and was a little shocking, I actually didn't. I mean, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, like, how this is not considered like an asset on their books. Like cryptos, even if it's in their hands, it literally should be in their hands, but your assets, your property. So, they're taking it a step further. If you guys, I kind of jumped into this without explaining the backdrop, but you want to explain what's going on real quick?
Which one? Okay, let me ask you. Which one of the exchanges has insurance? Is it Celsius? Is it Nexo? I think it is. So I mean, I knew when you had companies that were presenting that as a benefit to using their service, and the other companies didn't spout out, hey, well, we do that too, then I knew that Coinbase, and many of the other exchanges had that potential that, hey, whatever's there, if we fall, we go down with it. We don't got to give you any of it back, or at least a portion of it. So basically that's what the article is talking about. It's saying that they had to reveal that, if they go bankrupt, that, anybody who owns coins or anybody who has coins on their exchanges or is letting them custody coins, You're basically going to be the last person to get paid if there's any money left over.
Which it shouldn't be, though. That's the crazy thing. And again, Brian Armstrong said that he had to say this. He had to say this because the SEC is forcing all companies that deal with this space to make that statement on their calls now. Coinbase is in trouble, bro. Like I think I've said this on a live stream or two. It's a race to the bottom. You know, you can only make so much money off these fees because eventually, like you saw in the equities game, in the equities industry, everybody went to zero, right? So that's the direction they're going. And so how can you price in future earnings when your main source of earnings is going to be heading towards zero?
They got to innovate. But look, this was funny to me. I remember when people used to complain to Coinbase because they didn't have any coins.
Yep. But you know, they
switched their whole.
they did.
Strict on allowing any coins. And
Yes.
Binance had just, it was a free for all.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Coinbase changed its tune. So I mean, hey, if they can, learn how to meet the needs of the community of the space, then they'll figure it out. If not, once again, this space, it will eat you up. We see that with Do Kwon. This space will eat you up in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, so thanks anything for clicks. I know his audio is a little messed up, so please bear with us on this live stream. We got some issues there. But yes, the space will eat you up. And you know what was interesting in this article, before we get to the actual giveaway, what is interesting about this article is this part. They lost $430 million. That was looking back. Okay, that wasn't this. and you know, they say here that they lost that much and a 19% drop in monthly users. So listen, that's before really we start seeing these ugly crypto markets. So I can only imagine what next month's or next quarter's earnings report is going to look like for Coinbase. It's not a good look for them. Erin said CB should be well capitalized, but in these market conditions, anything could blow up. Also, never liked the IPO. I didn't like the IPO either. I agree with you, Erin. That was a sellout, but they had to.
Hey, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I think we can hear you better now. Let us know in the comments below if we can hear LJ a little bit better.
Well, like I say, they should have. They've made plenty of money, man. So if they can't improvise, if they can't move on a dime, then it's time for them to move on. I'm sure they will, though. Honestly, I really don't trust dude, man. To me,
why?
I just, it's not nothing. It could be off center. It's just from early on, I've had just a bad vibe about it because they flew under the radar for a long time when they didn't have all those coins, and a lot of other people were getting harassed or getting, there was a lot of issues, and so I just always wondered, like, is it something? And then look at this. Coinbase was accepted in more states sooner than anybody else. Coinbase had those issues with a lot of being deregulated in a lot of different states, like a lot of other platforms have.
Yeah.
So okay, he may have been going out and hustling and talking to a lot of people, but you knew the people to talk to. How did you know the people to talk to? How did you know how to do this better than you knew somebody? So
well, of course he knew someone, because you gotta remember, LJ, they were funded by the insiders or the VC guys, right, which are basically Wall Street cats, right? So that's what I was saying. They had to go public or try to become acquired, because that's the VC game. That's the end game for the VC world. You invest in something and then you get acquired. X times, 10, 15 times what you put in. So, I knew they were going to try it. I just didn't know it was going to be that soon. And I think they should have waited. It was premature, as we see. The market, I mean, it went up from its IPO price, and then I don't even know where it's at now, but it's not doing well. I just wonder, and I want to ask you this question. Do you think?
Isn't that what most IPOs do though? Most
Yeah, a lot of them do.
So I mean, I didn't, I expected it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, I'm just wondering now that this was revealed, whether it was forced or not, do you think there will be a run on Coinbase? Like you'll see more customers moving their funds off of Coinbase?
I think I think people that are ready to bridge that gap with self custody will, but you know, I think it'll still be basically in the same pace that it's always been. It's not a, you know, there's new people getting in every day, and they're not going to go straight from an exchange to a hardware wallet. You
Yeah. And
know.
this is fitting that we're talking about self custody and moving your funds off, because that's what we're giving away tonight, a hardware wallet from Arculus. How do you like the Arculus wallet? I haven't played with it. I know you have a few. I've got a Trezor. I've
I'll
got
say this.
another one in here too.
I'll say this. I'll say this. This probably the easiest hardware wallet that I've ever had to do.
I've got this blockchain lockbox. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've got that. You ever use this one?
Now, I haven't used that one. I've used
Yeah.
the EliPal, the Treasures, the I've got a couple other ones.
So you say this one is the easiest one to onboard? Really?
It's simple.
Yeah. I I
It's
watched your video. It did seem pretty easy.
4 steps, man. 4 steps. And
Yeah.
you know what else is good about it? Um, I it spits out a different address because I set up three, and
Okay.
I sent money to one the first time and then sent it out. Actually, I've sent money in and out twice on two separate ones, but each time I noticed that I got a different address when I was sending money in, and so I like that. I like the fact that I don't have to, because I noticed that I have some other apps or some other things that I mess with that they'll generate the same address all the time, and I know that's not good offset. So,
Big O says Ledger connects to more networks. Yeah, at the moment, but I
well,
think
look, it's not. This is the difference. Ledger, of course, Ledger has Ledger. You can do DeFi. You can do a whole host of things. The only problem with Ledger is just that the way the device is so little and cumbersome. You know what I'm saying? That it kind of makes it a hassle. But you can do all the DeFi stuff with Ledger. With the Arculus, you can't do the DeFi stuff. It's just basically storage, but it's an offline storage. So like if you had some serious Bitcoin and you had your ledgers put up in places, but you wanted to travel or move around or do something with some Bitcoin, you wouldn't want to carry your ledgers or treasures around, and you wouldn't want to go through the trouble of having to look at the little screen and all that for smaller portions of money. But let's say you're traveling and you want to do some trades while you're traveling. But in between, you don't want to keep your crypto on the exchanges that you're going to be doing some trades on. Or you're thinking that you may have to move some money off an exchange on the fly when you're out and about somewhere. And so this device allows you to do that like easy. That's
yeah,
the
this
first.
on their website, as you guys can see on the screen. This is a nice little compare and contrast between other cold wallets and hot wallets, and you can visit getarculus.com. That's getarculus.com to get more details on this wallet that we're getting ready to give away. Listen, we're not sponsored by Arculus at all. We just were able to get our hands on a few of them out in Miami at Bitcoin 2022, and say, hey, let's show the crew, show the subscribers, the ones that are really behind the CBTV network, show them some love, get back to them. We're gonna start doing more of this anyway.
Hey,
Um,
I went with this not with that purpose, but while I was there and I saw that they were giving them away, I put my grind in, man, to just to get a few, man, with the thought of, okay, I'm gonna get it past these out to some of the subscribers and some of our folks, and and teach this technology because they're so simple and easy to use.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, shout out to Big O. He said, CB, how's your trading with Luna going? He's up 5x. Unfortunately, you doing better than I am, brother. Because let me tell you, I bought some more this morning. Let me just run down my whole situation with Luna. I bought at 2 cents, okay? And I know this game. I said it can go down 90% from 2 cents. I knew that. I bought at 2 cents. I bought at 2.5 cents. It went up to, I think, 4 cents or 5 cents on me, but I wasn't trying to sell. I really was just looking for like the Hail Mary pass, like a 10x, 20x move in a couple of months. I wasn't looking like for a quick flip. And then later in the day, because it's a glitch, right? So they flooded the market with more coins, and that price went back sub-zero. I bought some more at .0, almost half a penny. And I'm like, at this point, hey, I spent $300-400. It wasn't a lot. Let's see what happened, right? I wake up this morning. It's .00000. Man, I ain't got nothing. It's worth nothing. So I go in again. LJ, I put another couple hundred in. Man, I got like 500,000, 600,000 coins at this point. Hey, I'm throwing a Hail Mary, LJ. Why not?
And you know what you do with that, man? This is what you do. You got enough. You put the C words or whatever, put them somewhere, and don't look at it for a couple years.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna care about it, and we'll see what happens in a couple years or whatever, or a year.
In a couple years, it might be $10, $20 or something, man.
Hey, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Listen, the rich guys, the guys with money, they never lose. They're gonna finagle some. They're gonna come up with some, LJ.
Man, I would have to say that's probably one of the biggest fumbles in the space, man.
It is. No, I've been in crypto since 2013. I have never seen nothing like this, LJ.
Said BitConnect, and you know what made me mad about BitConnect? Let's just imagine the scenario. Let's say we came up with BitConnect, and we intended for it to be a scam, but BitConnect reached $1 billion. I would have came back in and said, hey man, I know this was supposed to be a scam, but we're at $1 billion. We can do something with this. If we take a haircut, we can take a haircut, 700 million haircut, and we can still do something with this, man.
I don't think Luna was a rug pull.
Nah.
They literally had a plan. It was a horrible plan. I didn't understand how you have a stable coin that's backed by one of the most volatile assets in the first place. I didn't understand that, but whatever. Yeah, so I don't think it was a rug pull. I think they just were exploited.
You know what, too? If you look back on some of the videos that he was making, his arrogance.
Yes. Yes.
This is something that you learn when you're older, and that's humility.
He's a young buck. He like in his 20s, right?
So let this be a lesson to some of the other young people in the space, man, that don't learn humility from history and not from personal experience.
Yeah.
From personal experience, and believe me, he's feeling like shit, even though he's still good.
Yeah. E-Ran said it best. It was a Soros-like takedown. Soros made billions shorting the pound, I believe, back in the 80s. And word on the street, there's some group or some individual person that exploited the Luna network and its mechanism and made out like a bandit. And hey, as they should. This is a free wild west free market, and hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But unfortunately, like Big O said, this is a catalyst for more regulation. It's coming. The next day, Janet Yellen comes out, right?
That's the bad part.
Yeah, the next day, Janet Yellen comes out and she's talking about Luna and more regulation is needed on stable coins. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. 10 Pound said Do Kwon made some powerful enemies. The MKR DAO community doesn't play.
Said he was gonna kill the Dow, man. That's like once again, he said a bunch of stuff, man, that set a lot of people off, man. Like, hey, you got your money, man, but don't think that you've grown too big you've grown too big for your britches, man. So we have to knock you down a peg.
Yeah, that Luna, that stable coin Luna stuff, man. That's where he messed up. Pride falls before the what's the term? Whatever the term is, man. That's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, a lot of people, and we're making light of it, but I will have to say, and this is a serious note, like for people who lost, because I'm on Twitter just looking at, the trending, Luna's trending all day, every day on crypto Twitter. And I'm just seeing all these people, bro. They're losing their life savings. No, they should have not put their life savings into any one project. But it is what it is. They did, and they've lost a lot. So people, if you are, feeling like you're suicidal and stuff, it is money. It's just money at the end of the day. Can you make it back? Maybe not. Maybe you can't make it back. That was a big move. Luna blew up, and it went down just as fast. So
Man,
I've never seen anything like that in my life, from top 10 to not mention at all. Like Jigga say.
Normally they die slowly.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll hear a groan out of them or something. But I mean, yeah, but once again, that's why I emphasize so much about education, especially to newbies, because if you come in with the fundamentals, then you may sprinkle.
Yeah, you always talk about that.
Yes, you sprinkle some Bitcoin dust over there, and if it didn't work out, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? See, but because you got people coming in through the wrong ways, then they think it's okay because the shiny new syndrome, and they fall for the hype of somebody just saying that, hey, this is the new thing, this is going to be better than that, and what I'm saying, and not realizing that this is the Wild West, man, and people will sell you anything. You know what I'm saying? They will use millions of dollars for marketing. You know what I'm saying? And they may have good intent, and they're just reaching. They're reaching too far for something that they can't achieve, or it might be just a flat out scam.
I don't think it was a scam. I don't. I personally don't.
Talking about just projects in general.
Oh God, yeah, right, yeah. And what I'm hearing is they're gonna take a snapshot right before the exploit and do something with those wallets. So at this point, I may even lose all my money because I might not be included in the.
That really gonna matter? What do you get? What 10 cents on your dollar?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the best you can hope for, man, is to keep your 12 seeds. Don't throw them away.
Right.
Whatever wallet you had it in, and just tuck it away with the intent on looking at it, in a year or two from now. If by chance, what I'm saying, they're able to bounce back, maybe leave the stable coin aspect and just work on Terra. You know what I'm saying? They can still take some of their Bitcoin reserves and just use that as, to back, whatever they're going to do. And maybe they pull something out of it. But, you thinking that you're going to get, a significant portion of your investment back in any short period of time is wasting your time. Learn from it.
Yeah, I have to agree. You may not agree with this, and the next article I want to get your opinion on, because we probably differ on what's going on in El Salvador and how that's panning out for Bitcoin. But anything for Click says crypto isn't investing, it's speculation. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that, because you got for example, I was just disputing with somebody. Bitcoin's been the number one investment for the last decade. So I mean,
But is it an invest? I mean, it. Okay, I'm pushing back and being devil's advocate here. Okay, is it an investment when the volatility is insane?
It's a speculative investment, but you got to understand.
Okay.
If you understand it, and you understand that you can't run before you learn how to walk. See, everybody expects for it to just be stable out the gate. It can't be stable out the gate because of the simple fact there's not enough people that hold it. So it has to go through these birth pains. It's
Yeah.
capable of doing all these things out the gate, but we're not ready.
Right. Right.
You
And
know?
speaking of not being ready, LJ,
I
the
read
El
this.
Salvador.
I see a bunch of flaws in the article just right off the bat. I'm very astute in my reading literacy, and you know the first thing I see is just not to say that it may not happen, but one of the first things they say defaulting on its debt to international financiers within the next several years. So you see
Mm,
how big that is, the next several years. So you really don't, yeah, that's possible, but that's kind of a reach. It's not like, oh, they're going to default in the next quarter, or they're going to default, the beginning of next year, or they're about to default. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about several years. So right there, that shows me that, okay, this is your once again, this space, man, the FUD, all the FUD that's in the normal industry is 100x here, and these people know how to play the media game, man. The
so
last 2 years ought to tell you that. So anytime I'm looking, everything goes through filters with me, everything, and
hmm
so just the very first part of the article right there says, wait a minute, okay, so you you penned it like it was something that was happening imminently or very soon, and then the first paragraph within the next several years. Within the next several years. Look how vague that is, man. Not like within 2 years, within 3 years, within a year, within a quarter. So, and that's not to say it won't happen, but once again, they're just like we're trying to create money. They're trying to do the same thing, man. If you think there's not going to be any opposition, there's going to be extreme opposition. Look, the website says that Bitcoin died 448 times. Bitcoin obituary.
hmm
No, so
So here's my thing. This article to me, LJ, just supports my thesis that Bitcoin is not currency yet.
yeah, yeah,
Yet, let me just put that important operative word "yet" in there, and that El Salvador jumped the gun on their implementation of this rollout of Bitcoin wallet and dropping it to everyone.
definitely off. They have problems with the Chivo wallet, but I mean, I look at there was milestones. The Chivo wallet. How many people downloaded the Chivo wallet? More people
A
downloaded
lot.
than had bank accounts.
Yeah.
You
No.
know,
That. Yep.
so
Yep.
yeah, okay, the Chivo wallet was crap, but look what it showed, the potential of what it could do, even just from introducing new technology to a populace, especially a populace that you know needs it. And
hmm
the the remittance the remittance aspect alone is still viable, regardless of whether Bitcoin is volatile or not. You know,
Yes, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. It's great. It's the greatest remittance network, most reliable, frictionless remittance network we got out here. Okay, so I'm with you on that. But again, I just think this really supports my thesis that I've been shouting for years now. Like, Bitcoin is not great for at this point buying coffee and going back and forth with buying small goods and services.
but look at
It's
this.
too volatile.
We act like, but we're saying all this like as if El Salvador was already a booming economy.
That's the only thing I didn't like about this article.
It wasn't.
They spun it like, okay, they're going bankrupt because of their Bitcoin experiment, and that's that's how they're spinning this, which is
That's what I mean when I said that as soon as I looked at the article, I knew.
yeah.
And once again, being in this space, that's another thing. I want to do a video on that, just about all the different phrases that we use that
Uh
really
huh.
mean something that people take for granted. And that FUD, FUD, we
Uh
take it
huh.
for granted, we laugh about it, but this is FUD is literally a mechanism that is being used to shape people's billions of people's minds. It's no
Mm-hmm.
joke. It is extremely powerful, and to allow it to permeate around you without any filters, you're gonna fall prey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I filter everything. I don't care if my mother told me.
Yeah.
It don't mean that she ain't saying it with sincerity. She may believe it, but it's a
Right.
lie.
Right. Right. No, that's a good point. Very good point. So let's go ahead. We're about 36 minutes into the live stream. Let's go ahead and give these people what they've been waiting for. All my YouTube paying members are getting a chance to win an Arculus hardware wallet tonight. I don't know how I'm gonna get in touch with the person. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But at least we'll know who it is, and we'll get that shipped out to you. We've got 8 all together, so we'll be doing this every weekend for 8 weeks, pretty much. Yeah, let's get into it. So I have the wheel of names locked and loaded, as you guys can see on the screen. Let's go ahead and click that button and see who won this week. Let's go. Oh, Casey. That was close. That was close, bro. So, Casey, we will be shipping out. I'll have to get your information, Casey, and send you out this Arculus wallet. So, I will remove this person from the list. We'll keep this list locked and loaded.
I was kind of rooting for Cody, man.
For who?
Cody.
Yeah, right. I was really rooting for some of my real active members on here, like Big O, Voice Crypto. So you guys have a chance. I mean, the list ain't long, so y'all do have a chance to win. So yeah, look out for that. We'll do another one next week. Any last words, LJ?
Nah, hey, I'm appreciate the viewers, man. Appreciate people hanging out. Appreciate people coming through. And we got more, man. We got more.
Yeah, no doubt. We do have more coming. We're gonna be hitting a lot of these conferences coming up. Some here, some international. We're gonna be trying to bring you guys some really good content. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Share this video. Check out Arculus for yourself. Even if you didn't win tonight, that may be a good one for you. I haven't opened one and set one up, but LJ has, and he says the easiest one to set up. 4 steps. Check it out. Again, this is not sponsored. This is just us giving away some of these hardware wallets. All right, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We out of here. Peace. Holla.